just some things to think about going into Christmas, through the Christmas period. We discussed it before that we started today's session. So like, because I think that Christmas period, you're going to enjoy yourself. Yeah. And that's what it's about. And this is actually, these are tips you can do any time of the year, but I think Christmas in particular, because it's like time for enjoying yourself and indulging and doing stuff. But if you just want to keep things a little bit balanced, I just referenced scales. So look, healthy, unhealthy, every unhealthy thing, your scales are doing that. So the more good habits you have, you're just balancing. Yeah. If that's a good way to use an analogy, balancing the scales out. One of the good things you can do is just drinking water. So whatever drinks you consume over the Christmas period, what you can do just by drinking water, perfect for hydration. Remember, our bodies are made up of 70% of water. So we need a lot of water just to sufficiently hydrate and function the body. So whatever you drink, whether it's caffeine or whatever unhealthy drinks you're having or not, if you're just hitting 2 liters of water a day amongst your other drinks, you're just going to be balancing out. You're going to stay hydrated. And that's a really good tip for you to think about. So drink water, 2 liters a day, whatever else you're doing, and it'll just keep your hydration levels up, and it'll just keep you functioning. It's a good tip to balance there. I need this one. That's a good thing as well. Another thing you can do, all right, another tip is planning your meals in advance. Some of you might have your parents cooking for you anyway, but if you're planning your meals in advance, it leads just thinking, right, what's in? Oh, leftover chocolate or leftover crisps, whatever. You're going to have them, that's fine. But if you plan your meals, so you might have your breakfast planned or leftover turkey from the food, you know it's there, you know you're going to have that for lunch. Just plan some meals in advance, and then it just means that those unhealthy meals don't matter. But if you've got some meals planned, you just know you're going to stay on track a little bit around the less healthy meals. So a little bit of planning will go a long way to that. Try and, if you're going to exercise early if you're going to do something. So walking's a great one to get out fresh air. You can do that with your family. But if you're going to train 20, 30 minutes, do it early in the day, in the morning. 2 things will happen. One, you'll clear any excess calories. So if you're going to load up with calories for some indulgent meals that day, then exercising early is great for that. It sets you up well for the day, because an early session like this does lead to positive habits through the day. And then the last thing that exercising early really does is, if you wanted to train as the day goes on and the Christmas film comes on or there's other things that take over, you're less likely to exercise and train. So get it done early before other better things and take your attention in the day. Yes, that's another thing to think about. Another one is you can do is avoiding 2 indulgent meals. So don't go back to back. So if you think, right, I want to balance those scales, if you know that your dinner's going to be unhealthy because you're going to indulge, can your lunch be healthy? So just try and avoid going back to back with unhealthy meals. That way you're going to have 50% healthy and less healthy. So if you're not going indulgent, balance it out. It's another way just to still enjoy yourself and stay healthy at the same time. So try and avoid going back to back with unhealthy meals. Eating at normal meal times as well. It's funny one at Christmas. What you can do is, you laid in and breakfast is 11 o'clock, lunch is 3, and you don't have lunch, you have whatever. If you stick to maybe breakfast, lunch and dinner at regular times, your body's used to that, body clock is used to that sort of regular pattern. And it just makes things a little bit easier to balance your meals. Your body gets used to that. It's not thinking I'm craving food and it's eating at different times. The body's very clever and it wants that routine and those habits. So think about eating at regular meal times. The other one is that what you can, in all of this, it just comes down to not worrying about whatever you're doing. So if Christmas is really unhealthy for you, don't think it has to be like that. Just literally wipe the slate clean. So whatever you do over this Christmas period, healthy, unhealthy, whatever, just think about it. Doesn't matter. The next day, the next meal is all you can impact, and just worry about being healthy for your next meals. And then the last one that I'm just going to do is getting outside is really good over this time. So with family, with friends, or whatever it may be, whatever bubble or tier you're in, but just getting out and walking, getting fresh air, something you can do as a social element with family. Also, getting out and getting moving is really good for that movement, for health and well-being, and just that activity, what that movement brings. So just think about, can you get outside and be active if you're not training? And you can do that with family as well. So it's a nice thing to do.